Hello YouTube, my name's Graveyard Gerard and we're going to make some metal. This is Alice. She is a 7-piece, 7-piece Pearl EXR Poplar kit with custom black hardware. This is the official kit of Graveyard Gerard. I've been playing on these shells for the last 8 years. What we have here is an 8-inch tom and a 10-inch tom with Evans EC2 tone control rings in the heads. And underneath, you can see they're a little dark. That's the Evans Ebony batter head. It is a batter head, but I put it on the resonant side because it's a little thicker, and it really cuts out the ring without having to put, the lay-in plastic or any kind of ring mutes at all. I don't like ring mutes. Try and silence it and tune it up as best I can, and try and cut down on some of the ring. But I like that arena feel. So yeah, 8 and 10-inch toms. Then we have 12 and 14-inch toms. It's what they call a fusion kit. They're smaller shells, but they're compressed, and they still deliver just as much punch. I like them because they're not as heavy sounding. They accent the music as opposed to mud it up. I also have two 22 by 18-inch bass drums with DW 5000 kick pedals, as you can see there. And that is a Evans EMAD 2 batter bass drum head with the rubber and foam inserts to help mute the bass drum a little bit. That way you don't have to put pillows inside your kicker. And I really don't like pillows inside the kicker, blankets, whatever these kids do. I've always hated that. So I have the tone control rings there. That does a good job of muting the bass drum. And then on the front end, I have what they call kick port holes. So what you do is you get yourself a flat head with no holes in it. Get the kick port hole cutout system, and you cut a ring around your head, and then set the kick port funnel inside. And as you can see, it's not just a ring; it has a bit of a cone to it, or a funnel, kind of like a speaker would. And what that does is it focuses the click from your kicker pad and the low end that your bass drum produces, and really shoves it into the microphone. So it gives you a real nice sound on your bass drum, a little bit extra punch, and low end, so it sounds boss. I also have the 14 by 6.5 Pearl Artisan 2 snare, limited edition, as you can see here. The superior shell technology of Pearl drums. I have a SD Dry level 360 snare head. It's a 2-ply head with the hell's the word for it? Holes to let some of the sound escape, give you a nice loud snare sound. But it's nice because it's got that just pop to it. Cracking rim shot. Right, so that's that. Also Zildjian cymbals, all A custom, 14-inch fast crash, 16-inch fast crash, 18-inch fast crash, with a Zildjian 18-inch A custom China, a 21-inch Rezo ride. If you'll notice, it has special lathing technique. What you have here is the tone rings, and then a nice flat piece of metal, and then some more tone grooves, and then another flat piece of metal. What that does is just really makes the ride cymbal just that much louder, which is great for metal because you want to cut through as much as you can. I have the 14-inch Master Sound A custom hi-hats with a Zilbel 6-inch A custom splash, and a 10-inch A custom splash for accents. And the only cymbal that's not Zildjian in my arsenal, the Wuhan 14-inch China. The reason I go Wuhan on the smaller Chinas is that I just really love the fast decay and the crack that the cymbal produces, because it really is just a beautiful sounding China. And they're relatively inexpensive, somewhere between like 30 and 80 bucks, depending on the size that you want. They don't last long, but for what they cost, I mean, it's just a great way to get a great thrashy sound if you're trying to do, you know, quick attacks. Also, the 5B ProMark sticks. The only sticks I use are 5B nylons by ProMark. I just like the way they hold up. I like the way they feel. It's a good size. I mean, I'm a pretty big guy. I'm 6'4", so it's nice to have bigger sticks because the little ones just feel like toothpicks in my hands. So you get a little more snap out of the rim shot of a snare drum with those. What else? I got all kinds of hardware. I'd like to say it's uniform and I have a drum rack, but you know, I got DW hardware, you know, DW hi-hat clamp, and then it's just a mashup of Gibraltar, Pearl, Tama, anything that'll, you know, keep it in place. Because over the years you just add to it and add to it and add to it. I mean, I'd like to have a drum rack, but you know, I just keep adding on these little bits and pieces because I just don't want to drop $500 in a clip for an Icon rack, which is what I'd ultimately like to have, but until then we'll just have to go with engineering, as it were, to hold everything in place. So the purpose of this YouTube page is to essentially play for you my favorite songs. You know, we're gonna do a different song every, I don't know, I'd like to say every week, but we'll see how it goes between work and everything. But you know, what we're gonna do here is metal. You know, the songs that inspired me to be a drummer. Pantera, Megadeth, Slipknot, Slayer, probably. You know, just whatever I want to play. A lot of Megadeth, a lot of Megadeth, whole lot of Megadeth. Some Lamb of God, you know, just whatever song I'm really in love with at the time. See if I can tackle it and put it up for you guys to enjoy. And if you like it, subscribe to the page. You know, check for updates. And also, you can find me on, excuse me, Red Bull. You can find me on Facebook.com/Graveyard Gerard, Twitter @Graveyard Gerard, Instagram @Graveyard Gerard, and YouTube Graveyard Gerard. Yes, the one and the only. Oh, and if you like video games, Xbox Live Graveyard Gerard. Yeah, shoot some shit. So what I've done today is I've gone over the first song that I'm gonna do. And we'll have that for you right after this.